did you as a family, but Sonia, really you as the mother, feel about tape? Because I haven't seen you since then.
Okay, it's old business, and at some point we're going to get beyond this, hopefully.
Yes.
America. But as a mother, I was very upset because one of the things that when you are dating someone, they were dating for 5 years.
Here's to 1.5 million earbuds, so love, God is good.
They were in love. I saw that as a love factor, and I've always said, what you don't want people to see, you don't do. But you love someone, and so it somehow surfaced. But my point is, and say this, but I'm gonna say it, with all of the hoopla about it being Ray J, trying to blame him.
Stepped into the spotlight and didn't waste us cashing in on that fame. He was born into the gift connections that most could only dream of. When Snoop Dogg blew up in 1993, he brought the attention to his talented cousin, and that opened the wide open for Ray J to walk right through. In 1995, Ray J had already locked in his first record deal with Elektra Records and dropped his debut album, Everything You Want. He was ready to prove he wasn't just Brandy's little brother. He had his own to ride. Then in 1997, Brandy threw him an alley-oop when she brought him on Hit Show that made Jay on TV screens everywhere. And soon after, he landed a role on the show One-on-One, where he played D-Money. But once that TV and music started drying up, got real, that around 2001, it went down between the Norwood family, and that's where the story takes a wild turn. Not long after, a tape of Kim Kardashian and It's Everything. That video had the whole...
Did you see him, girl?
No, she got her jump off from it.
Did you see him in a Playgirl?
Oh.
Okay, so I think that this should be directed elsewhere.
Oh.
Okay, just that. Hey, wait.
For the record, it was nice.
World talking, and many claimed Ray J became one of the to go through a public humiliation writ for fame. It was wild and unforgettable. The scandal didn't slow him down, his name even more. After the case scored a multi-million-dollar deal with Coke Records, and that's when he dropped his career. Sexy, Can I, and One Wish. Those songs had the clubs jumping and just riding anyone's coattails. He was building his own empire. Still, they wanted something bigger, something deeper. By 2012, he was seen publicly, the legendary Whitney Houston, who couldn't stop talking. Chip had everyone guessing. Was it real or just for the cameras? Things took a heartbreaking turn 3 months later. When Whitney tragically passed away, the two were still linked. It was a moment that shook the entire industry. Ray J later opened up to see Francois and dropped a bombshell. He admitted that he felt for Whitney Houston's passing. That confession hit hard and had fans stunned everywhere. Not long after, Ray J hit the radio waves and off on rapper families, calling him out in public. But he didn't stop there. He started spilling secrets about what really goes the scenes in the music industry. Talked about hidden players, shady deals, and even mentioned a music game. It was wild, bold, and straight up risky. But Ray J wasn't holding back. After doing some behind-the-scenes favors for people in the industry, Jay got rewarded in a big way. His dirty work, and called it, to pay off when he was handed his very own electronics brand, Raytronics. Through that company, selling scooters, earbuds that blew up fast, pulling in millions. The man was stacking cash and proving he could win business just like in music. But Ray J didn't stop there. He made headlines and he publicly supported Donald Trump and later made waves in the LGBTQ+ community by showing love during Pride season, even creating his own event called Ray Pride. His boldness caught major attention, and soon to his own entertainment agency called X. Still, the messy turn when for death row artist Danny Boy came forward, claiming to expose a secret affair involving Ray J. That revelation had everyone talking. Then, during the lockdown era, when everyone was stuck at home, Ray J went live and started to openly about what really happens in the industry, breaking a silence that many touch. After speaking out, the industry wasn't about to let it slide. Words, the higher-ups wanted to make an example out of him. From that moment on, it seemed like every move he made came with, they made sure he faced embarrassment, keeping him under the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. For telling the truth was living in constant humiliation, a punishment that would shadow the rest of his career. But Ray J wasn't the type to stay down for long. Even with all the on his name, he kept finding what bounced back. Every time people put him out, he showed up with something new. A business move, a viral moment, or a headline that everyone traversed into currency, and that's what kept the game. Still, behind the flashing lights and trending topics, people started to notice a change in him. They began dropping little hints about how fame wasn't what it seemed. He'd go live talking about fake friendships, contracts, and how some people in power only smile when you're making them money. It was raw and real, something fans weren't used to hearing from a celebrity like him. Then, out of nowhere, he posted messages online, saying things like, "I know too much, watching me." Fans flooded his comments, worried and confused. Some said he was having a breakdown, while others believed he was finally exposing the truth. Whatever it was, one thing was clear. Ray J wasn't afraid anymore. He was ready to truth, no matter how heavy the... Soon after those cryptic posts, Ray J started bold moves that had everyone guessing what he was up to next. He began showing up at events sharp, smiling for the cameras, yet his eyes told a different story, that he was being watched freely anymore. If something real, his posts would vanish like someone didn't want his truth getting out. Then came the moment that really shook fans. Ray J went live again, this time in the middle of the night, saying he felt set up, surrounded by fake love. Spoke about powerful people behind the scenes, claiming that fame came with a price too high to pay. His voice was trembling, his message was strong. He wasn't back down. After that, it felt like the end cold toward him. Invitations stopped, deals froze, and his name disappearing from the spotlight. But Ray J did silence him. He started talking directly to his fans, unfiltered and unafraid. He said he'd rather be in broke than controlled and rich. That statement hit deep, and people started listening again. After disappearing for a bit, Jay came back stronger and louder than ever. He back online with a fire that nobody saw coming. This time, he wasn't just talking the music game, he was calling out he said too many artists didn't understand, for people who only cared about control and money. Fans were shocked, but they couldn't look away. Ray J was finally saying what many were too scared to admit. Then he dropped another bomb, claiming he had proof, videos, messages, and documents that showed how deep the manipulation went. People post them. Before everything went quiet again. His account started glitching, and a few of his old interviews mysteriously vanished online. It was like someone hit a switch to erase his voice. But Ray J didn't fold. He told his followers to shut me down, but I'm not done speaking. That message went viral fast. It wasn't just anymore. It was a movement. Fans started tagging him everywhere, demanding answers, supporting him, and calling out the same industry that once made him a star. Silence finally turned into noise, and Ray J was leading it. Not long after that viral storm, Ray picked up his interview, and the energy was different. He looked calm but determined, like a man who'd seen too much to lose. He started breaking down what really happens once fame takes over. The fake friendships, the backroom deals, the promises that get kept. Every word came with emotion, like he was finally freeing himself from years of silence. He told the host straight up, it's a contract with most people can't afford. That line hit the internet like lightning. Fans flooded the comments, saying they finally understood why so many stars break down to reaching. Then Ray J hit he wasn't done explaining things. He said there were still names yet. Also admitted he was being careful now in who he trusted, because he knew not everyone smiling in his face was on his side. Before the interview ended, he left one last message that stuck with everyone: to lose it all, then keep quiet and live a lie. The crowd went silent. The clip went viral. Once again, his story was far from over. After that explosive interview, things around Ray J got even more mysterious. He started moving quietly up in unexpected places, sometimes in producer, other times small events where he talked about rebuilding himself from scratch. People noticed he wasn't chasing fame. Instead, he was focused on legacy and truth. It felt like he was finally stepping away from the chaos that had followed him for years. Then one night, he posted a video with the comeback starts now. He talked about owning his story, making peace with his past, and turning all to purpose. Instance flooded with the growth and the realness had been missing from Hollywood for so long. But even as things started looking up, some people in the industry still hadn't forgiven him. Rumors swirled that certain insiders were true business deals and keep his projects from getting funded. But Ray J didn't shake it, just kept pushing forward, saying, "You can't stop what's real." Now, it looks like his next chapter it's a redemption, power, and taking back control of his own name. With the world watching, Ray J started turning his setbacks into strategy. He launched a brand new media voice, a place where they could speak their truth without getting silenced. It wasn't just a comeback, it was a full transformation. He said he wanted to the game and build something real for creators who'd been used by the system, and people started rallying behind him again. He began popping up in his podcasts and online shows. This time, not Spire. Ray joked about how fame nearly destroyed him, but also how it taught him who he really was. He said the key was owning your story before someone else tries to rewrite it for you. Fans, it felt raw and full of purpose, but even with his glow-up, background never stopped. Some said powerful people were still watching, waiting for him to slip up. Ray J just smiled and said, "Let them watch. I've already survived worse." That confidence hit everyone that no matter what came his way, Ray J wasn't just surviving anymore. He was thriving, loud, proud, and finally in control. Recently, things up once again, this time calling out none other than Diddy. His claims were wild, and the internet went into full meltdown mode. Ray J said he was done keeping secrets and ready to expose everything behind the scenes. But after he dropped that truth, reports came out saying he was suddenly hospitalized with pneumonia. Fans the dots fast, saying it was way too much of a coincidence. Was this just bad time, or was someone silence him again? The tension around his name hasn't slowed down one bit. Some people believe Ray J finally broke free from the system that once controlled him, while others think he might have just the game better than anyone else. Either way, his story's become a reminder that isn't always what it looks like on the surface. So what do you think? Did Ray J truly expose the truth and the price? Was this all bigger than he's still playing out? Below, I want to know what you believe. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment if you're ready for more stories that dive deep into the hidden side of fame and power. Stay tuned, because it's over yet.